Welcome to Rudolph's Insights. We keep hearing these Igbo expansionists incessantly complaining about the Fulani herdsmen in the eastern regions and some other parts of the country. But are there really Fulani herdsmen terrorizing the southeast and some parts of the south-south, like the Igbos claim? Well, let's find out. Like we already know, there are a series of terrorist organizations in the southeast and some parts of the south-south, like the Ipob, ESN, etc. Is what I'm going to say absorb or totally rule out the possibility of the existence of the Fulani herdsmen? Quite on the contrary, but there should be limits to some of the lies being propagated in the media space. There are some terrorist organizations hiding under the umbrella of Fulani herdsmen, and the ESN and IPOB is definitely some of these organizations. Most of these guys hide under the shadows of Fulani herdsmen to unalive people, sell human body parts, and even practice cannibalism. And at the end of the day, blame everything on the Fulani herdsmen. If we pay closer attention to the regions being ravaged by the Fulani herdsmen stories, they are mostly states that share boundaries with the Igbo people. Take for instance, Benue State, Delta State, who share common boundaries with the Igbos, and the southeastern states. These are the major places being ravaged by the stories of the Fulani herdsmen. Coincidence or not, I highly doubt that. The ruthless attacks being experienced in the southeast by some Biafra extremist faction almost looks like same MO the Fulanis they claim operate. Are these the works of the Fulanis? Are these also the Fulanis perpetrating these heinous acts? When suddenly did the Fulanis start unaliving people, roasting and making delicacies out of them? Maybe before we start pointing fingers, we should just sit, deliberate, and have a deep introspection before simply singling out a particular ethnic group, the Fulanis, and apportion blames of every single crime committed on the Fulanis, whether it was committed by them or not. Are the Fulanis the unknown gunmen ravishing the eastern parts of the country? Are the Fulanis the IPOB sit-at-home terrorists? Are the Fulanis the ESN? Not to be tribalistic or any of that, but we can all attest that a particular ethnic group in Nigeria cannot live without crime. They are either producing fake drugs, fake drinks, fake cosmetics, and even going as far as producing fake baby foods. I mean, come on. What did a newborn baby really do to you? They are either peddling drugs in and out of the country. Main reason our passport no longer has value anymore. They are either unaliving and selling body parts, and the news outlets simply call it rituals. But we all know for a fact that these are organized crimes of body part syndicates and cartel. But then again, this tribe just cannot live without crime. The offsprings of this particular ethnic group is no different. Lately, we've been seeing the Americans tracing their roots and ancestry back to the Igbo tribe of Nigeria. And you wonder why the black Americans commit the highest crimes in America. Blood, they say, is thicker than water. The black Americans not only commit the most crimes in America, but also play the victim card and cry about marginalization. Now, guess which other tribe in Nigeria that commits the most crimes and still play the victim card and cry about marginalization? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Like I noted in our previous video, if you are from the South and you are watching this and wondering how this concerns you, well, it should, because these guys now have a faction and branch of the terrorist organization IPOB called the Unified Igbos. And this particular branch, like I noted earlier on, are going to every part of the country in the old eastern region and trying to imprint the Igbo identity on every tribe in the south. And then again, you think it's not your problem until this particular branch of IPOB called Unified Igbos now start building outreach centers and philanthropic non-governmental organizations and using those places to store ammunitions and weapons to attack those tribes who vehemently opposes their Ibonization agenda. I mean, it's not like it has not happened in the past. In the past, the Igbos committed series of ethnic cleansing on the people of the South, and my ethnic group was almost wiped out from existence. This is Rudolph's Insights, and I remain your host, Butch the Aquarian.